XeSS 3 multi-frame generation is now available for Intel's Panther Lake and Lunar Lake systems, and in this video we're taking a look at how it performs on the MSI Claw 8 AI Plus running Intel Lunar Lake. I'll show you exactly how to install it, enable it properly, and then we'll test performance across a few games to see what kind of uplift we can achieve. At the moment, XeSS 3 is exclusive to Intel hardware. I've linked the latest Intel graphics software driver in the description that we need to download to get everything working. Now once downloaded from the official Intel driver page, run the installer, allow it to extract, and when prompted, select Begin Installation, and then press Agree. I recommend ticking the box for Execute a Clean Installation, as this removes any old driver files and ensures we start fresh. Press Start, allow the installation to complete, and then choose Reboot. After restarting, let's open the Start menu and launch the Intel graphics software. Go to the Graphics tab on the left-hand side, and we'll see the option for XeSS Frame Generation Override. Here we can select 2, 3, or 4 times multipliers. Now in Cyberpunk 2077, we're going to launch the game, and in Graphics Settings, under Frame Generation, using R2 on our controller, we want to switch to XeSS Frame Generation. The game will prompt us to restart the game, and by default, XeSS Frame Gen runs at a 2 times multiplier. And if we want to increase this to 3 or 4 times, we need to close the game, return to the Intel graphics software, change the override multiplier, then relaunch the game. And after setting the override to 3 times, we can immediately see the FPS increase significantly by tripling our base FPS output. On the MSI Claw 8 AI Plus, using the Steam Deck preset at 800p resolution and 30W TDP, we're already seeing around 60 FPS normally. With 3 times multi-frame generation enabled, performance reaches to over 150 FPS. And after extended testing, input latency is surprisingly not too bad. It feels smooth and responsive compared to some earlier FrameGen implementations, but with that being said, FrameGen is always subjective. Sensitivity to latency and visual artifacts vary from person to person, and my experience could be different from yours. So I recommend to test it in a few games, spend some time with it, and decide based on your own experience whether the trade-off works for you. Now before we end the video, let's take a quick look at another game which has support for XeSS 3 frame generation. Black Myth Wukong, 800p, 30 watts on the medium preset with XeSS set to a 75 render scale, we're getting around 40 to 50 FPS, but when we turn on XeSS Frame Gen in the settings, we multiply to 2 times, where we can reach around 70 to 90 FPS. If we close the game and change our override to 3 times and launch again, we can see our FPS reaching to over 100 to 110 FPS. And if we spin the camera, there isn't much warping on finer details compared to FSR frame generation and lossless scaling. And the input latency is quite bearable, but as said before, your experience could be different from mine depending on what you're used to. And lastly, if we close and change our override to 4 times, we're now getting around 120 to 150 FPS, but the input latency is a lot more noticeable. And when it comes to more difficult enemies, it's likely going to be more challenging with the extra delay. So if you give XeSS 3 a try, let us know your experience in the comments, and I hope this video helped you with getting the latest Intel driver installed on your Panther or Lunar Lake system. And if you found this video helpful, please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and share this video with others. Until next time, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you later.